Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm very sorry today about my voice. I am sick. I have cough and flu, but regardless, we have to go. So today we are going to make a bow, a hair bow, something like this. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Yeah, so let me show you what you need in this tutorial so that you can get into the tutorial. So basically in this tutorial you need this hook. I don't know its size, but it has some Chinese words that I don't understand in something like this. So we shall be using the bigger part of the hook. Yeah, so we need a pair of scissors, you need balls of yarn, and you need these small puff holders, like of your choice. It must be stretchy. Yeah, so let's get into the tutorial. So to get into the tutorial, you're going to start with this part that you see, this one. That's what we are going to start with. Sorry about that. So you make a slip knot as usual, and that's how I make my slip knot. So after making your slip knot, chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. So after chaining 12, this very first chain, we are not going to go through it. We are going to go through the second chain with a with a double crochet. So after doing the double crochet, you chain 1 and skip 1, then go in the next chain and make a double crochet. So this whole part you're going to be doing double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, make another double crochet. I don't know if you can see that very well. Chain 1, skip 1, and make a double crochet. Until you finish. Chain 1, skip 1, and make a double crochet till you finish the whole, till you finish. Chain 1 sorry. So we are on our last chain, so we are going to place our last double crochet. Sorry about that, they're quite small, but it's only for the first row. So we are done with our very first row. For our second row, when you're done with your first row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So for our second row, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. Now here we're going to be working in this double crochet space right here, not in the spaces but just on top of that double crochet. So this one will count as our very first double crochet, so we are going to go into this one right here on top of this double crochet. Sorry about that. You chain 1, make sure you go on top of that double crochet, not in the space on top of that double crochet. Chain 1, on top of the double crochet, chain 1 on top of the double crochet, chain 1 on top of the double crochet. Oh, sorry. Chain 3 for our row 3. So we are going to do all this all the way. We are going to make 25 rows. So you chain 3 as usual, then go on top of the double crochet, chain 1, on top of the double crochet. Don't forget to chain 1, it's very crucial. Chain 1, chain 1. So when you reach this chain space of 3 chains, insert your hook in the middle chain. That's the middle chain of the 3 chains. That's where you insert your hook, just right there. Then again chain 3, turn your work, chain 1. So we are going to do this until we achieve 25 rows. So I guess let's work, and I'll meet you up when you're done with your 25 rows. I told you when you reach this chain 3 space, you insert your hook in the second chain. Remember there are 3, 1, 2, 3. So insert your chain in the middle one. So again you chain 3 and continue. So I'll meet you up when I'm done with my 25 chains, then we shall go to the next part. You can make it, if you want it to be more big, you can make it more rows, but personally this is what I use. Yeah. So I'm done with my 25 rows, as you can see. So we are going to do the second part. We need to also do almost the same thing, but you're going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to show you how. So the part you're going to do is this part that you see, this part. This is what you're going to do. Yes, for the second part, we are going to make a slip knot as usual. This one is going to be quite smaller to make it look nice. You can do the same size, but me, this is how I do mine. So you chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after chaining 10, I told you we are going to do the same thing as we did in the very first one, but this time around you're going to just chain. We're going to just chain 10. In the other video we chained 12. That's when you're chaining. Sorry, in the other part we chained 12. So when you're chaining 10. So you skip 1, as I told you. Then you go in the next one and make a double crochet. So double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, in the next space, next chain, chain 1, skip 1, insert a double crochet in the next chain, chain 1, skip 1, insert a double crochet. So do that until the end of the row. So I'm at the end of the row and I'm inserting my last. Sorry about that. And then we are done. So you chain again 3, turn your work, then insert a double crochet. So you're going to do the same routine and you're going to make still 25 rows. Insert a double crochet, chain 1, insert a double crochet, chain 1. Here you just insert on top of the double crochet. You chain 3, turn your work. So you do the same thing all the way through until you reach 25 rows. Chain 1, sorry. Chain 1. Then I told you here you go through the middle chain. That's how you insert your hook. Oh, sorry. The middle chain. And you make double crochet. So you do this until you reach row 25. And yeah, I'll come back when I'm done with all my rows. So I'm done with all my rows up to row 25, as you can see. So now we have 2 parts. This is the big part, this is the small part I was telling you about. So what you're going to do, you're going to add this part to this part, the bigger part. You're going to chain, you're going to add it here. Let me show you how to do that. What you're going to do, you're going to get your thread to make a slip knot. Start making your slip knot. Hold the 2 ends. You can cut this, but me most of the times I like to leave them there and weave in my ends at the end. So you insert your hook just on the sides and then pull through. So what you're going to do, you're going to slip stitch all the way through. Make sure you hold like in the holes, like the way you're seeing me, so that you don't miss any. Sorry about this. Most of the times it's better you cut them off because they can tend to be disturbing most of the times. So on top of your row, you can just slip stitch. Make sure you hold in the rows, in the spaces, so that you don't miss any. So you just slip stitch all the way through, like the way you're seeing I'm doing. I don't know if you can see that very well, but just slip stitch on top. But you make sure you hold in the spaces so that you don't forget any. I'm being extra careful so that I don't miss out any. So slip stitch all the way through, like the way you're seeing me doing. So I'm done with my slip stitch, so I'm going to just close up and cut my thread. So I'm gonna weave in my ends and I'll come back and show you the next part. So I'm done weaving in my ends. I'm gonna just turn it around and make something like this. So when you're done making something like this, hold this last part. This one I haven't weaved in the ends. This I just need to cut. So when you're done, you hold this long part and just hold it like this. Did you see what I did? Just like this, then something like this. So when you're done, put it right here in the middle. Make sure you have the middle part. So hold this other part of the bow and hold it like this. Make sure they're even down here. I'm sure you can see that. So when you hold it like that, get a thread. Just cut it from your yarn and get a thread. So put it down, something like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Yes, then just tie. Just normal tie, something like this. Make it quite tight so that it doesn't rip off. Yes, when you're done, cut your yarn. And now you see we are starting to achieve the bow parts. Yeah, so what you do, you grab your puff holder, the one you want to use, colors of your choice. So personally I'm gonna use black with this. So most of the times you can tie it with the thread, or what I do is I bring my yarn. So we are going to do this next part, this small tiny part that you see here. So what you do, you make a slip knot. Make a slip knot as usual and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make a double crochet. You skip 1, make a double crochet. Make sure you don't chain 1. So in the next stitch again, you make a double crochet. And even the next stitch, chain 1, turn your work. That very first space, make a double crochet. Don't chain 1, make another double crochet, and again in the last space make a double crochet, chain 1, turn your work, make another double crochet, This part is very easy. You can use whatever you want, either a half double crochet or a double crochet, or even single crochets. It depends on what you want, but me, I use a double crochet. So make sure you make something like 5 rows are enough. So I'm on the 4th row. One, two, three, four. Actually, there are 5. Let's add 1. I feel like it's small. Oh, sorry, don't chain 1. Okay, sorry. So what you do, pull it, put your all the way through, then make something like this. I don't know if you get it. Turn your work. So we're going to slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch and add up these two. Make sure it's very tight. And you just slip stitch. Sorry. Oh, sorry. You just slip stitch those and add up the chains. Sorry, and add up the 2 parts. Just something like this, all the way through. When you're done, you cut your yarn. So when you're done cutting your yarn, weave in your ends. So me, I just tie them really tight and then I cut my yarn. So to make it more appropriate, most of the times I just turn my work. Just flip it to the other side. So the other side I've worked on does not really show on top of the bow. Something like that. And we are done with our bow, looking very nice and pretty. I'm sure you can see that. Same as these. And they're all looking pretty. Okay, thank you for watching. Kindly guys subscribe and comment on my YouTube channel. See you. Bye.